Fear is the worst enemy of success. Because if you're afraid, you will never succeed.
Have you ever wondered how much money one of the top lawyers in the country makes? Well, in this video, you're gonna find out. He is also gonna share how he came from a different country and was able to achieve success in the United States. Stay tuned. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, I'm here to see Albert, please.
Yeah, I'll bring you right over to him.
Okay,
Come
thank
follow
you.
me.
How you doing, Albert?
Hey, how are
Good
you?
to see you.
Nice to see
Thanks
you.
for taking the time to do the interview today.
My pleasure.
So I noticed a McLaren outside. Do you mind if we start the interview off and just take a look at the car?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So Albert, tell us a little bit about this car. I mean, this is obviously phenomenal. It's a McLaren, I can
McLaren
tell.
720S, 720 horsepower. Goes really fast. I don't drive it that fast, but,
Yeah.
but it's a very fast car.
What's the 0 to 60 time on a car like this?
It's about 2.9 seconds.
2.9 seconds. Okay, well, we're gonna go for a ride, so stay tuned.
Let's go.
So Albert, how long have you had this car?
I've had this one about a year now, year and a half actually. It's a fun toy to play with and
Yeah.
and drive around. And it, after working for 33 years, I think once in a while we deserve to have toys.
All carbon fiber, love the red seatbelt. I didn't even know that the top came down on a car like this. Yeah, we'll just take a ride back. Okay, so it has a little bit of power, just a little bit.
It has a little bit of punch when you push it. I don't push it that often,
Yeah.
as you can imagine, but it does have a punch.
Yeah, this is definitely motivation to work harder for sure.
Yes. We had the ride. Let's go inside.
Okay, great.
We have a small office, with the conference room here. One of our attorneys and the clerk, that's Greg, there. We have our case managers here, a couple of them. And
Hi, guys.
So we are a civil litigation firm. So what we do is we do personal injury, business cases, and entertainment law.
Okay.
Those are the three areas that we practice. We've never done anything else.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I noticed that, I mean, you have a lot of pictures with a lot of celebrities.
I'm a sports memorabilia collector.
Are you? Okay.
So I
gotcha.
collect sports memorabilia, but we do have entertainment law clients. Currently,
Okay.
our biggest client is Jeff Hamilton, who does all the very expensive jackets. He just did a jacket for Taylor Swift and Kelsey for Kansas City.
Oh, Travis Kelce. Oh, he works with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's done, going from Shaq and Kobe's jacket that he wore when he got the championship. That's him. So that's our biggest client right now. But we work with Tiger, work with AE. We've done work with diplomats.
Tell us a little bit about these jerseys. I'm really actually
Well,
curious
I'm a big Jerry Rice fan.
Okay,
even though-
probably the greatest of all time.
He really, in my opinion, he was. And I had a chance to get his jersey and take a picture with him with Raiders jersey or a San Francisco jersey. But then,
Wow.
he's a San Francisco guy.
Yeah.
So I decided to get him with a San Francisco jersey. And then I had the Mike Tyson. I tried to bite his ear. He said no. He didn't like that too much.
Yeah.
That was good. This one is my pride and joy. Besides my son, my two sons. The other one is not here. The other one's there. But I have two sons, and this is a World Cup war jersey from Pelé.
Oh, this is a World Cup worn jersey from Pele. Wow.
Yes, certified, and this is my pride and joy. This is one thing that
I mean, that's probably
love.
the greatest soccer player of all time.
And then I actually outside I have I just met Jacobs, which is the running back for Raiders. I was at a Raider camp. I was at the suite with Mr. Davis,
Wow.
and so I met some of the players. So I have a picture of a jersey out there for Jacobs, but Howie Long is best of the West, and then you have the other sports memorabilia, Joe Montana.
Oh, this is a signed Joe Montana,
football.
Holy cow!
Pete Rose, Gretzky, Gretzky, and Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus football. I think that one. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay,
some of the
you got some very rare artifacts here.
yes.
So Albert, obviously you have the really nice office. You have the McLaren outside. How much money have you made over your career?
I mean, in 33 years, I've made hundreds of millions of dollars in settlements. But we usually don't like to talk about money as much. Every successful person makes a lot of money. How you use the money is what's important, because you can lose the money as fast as you make it. So how you use it and how you invest it and how you move forward is what has let me be in business for 33 years.
How did you get started to become a lawyer? I know you mentioned a little bit about, you're not even from this country. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I came to this country in 1979. I'm born in Iran, Tehran, and we flew here, we came here, I didn't know the language at all. Went to 4 high schools in 6 years, in 6 months. And then went to college, and it just happened that I had the love for the law, and after 33 years I still love what I do, which is very unique. A lot of people don't like what they do. I love what I do. It just, one thing led to the other. I was working in a lighting store went bankrupt. I was graduating from Cal State Northridge. I decided, I'm going to go into law. I love it, and I'm going to go into it, and that's how I got started.
Did you have like a mentor to guide you along the way, or did you just kind of figure it out on your own? I'm curious, tell us a little bit about that.
There was a guy named Sean Steele who hired me before I even became an attorney and guided me through everything. And then after him, it was a former district attorney, Robert Philibosian, who has been just a beacon. He just passed away a couple of months ago, unfortunately.
Oh. Wow.
So my biggest mentor just passed away. But yes, there are people along the way. If anyone wants to do it on their own, it's a big mistake. Somebody has already paved the road. All you have to do is talk to them, and they'll guide you. Most people aren't afraid to guide you for you to be successful. So I think that you should always look for a mentor.
What was the biggest risk that you took in your career?
I was engaged going back to 25 years ago. I had a very good job in Beverly Hills. I was doing extremely well as a young attorney. And then I decided I'm just gonna cut out and open my own place. Wow. I took a risk because at that point I was making a lot of money. Going on your own without a single case, it was a big risk. But I decided, 25 years ago to be my own master, so to speak. And I moved, and the first few years was very difficult. It always is in anything you do. You're doing a podcast. Yeah. Initially, it's very difficult, but if you don't give up and if you persevere, if you keep pushing on, you're going to be successful. I have no doubt.
What was the best financial advice you received in your career?
Spend less than you make.
Spend less than you make? Okay, yeah, that's a great motto.
I know it's a cliche, but going on credit card, I have no credit card debts.
No debts at all?
None whatsoever. I pay everything when I need it, and if I can't pay for it, that means I don't need it. So that's really the one advice I give to people. I don't have mortgage for my house. I don't have, a lot of things. You just have to plan for it, and a lot of people can't because they want to have everything right up front.
That's so true.
They go into a lot of debt, and at that point, once you go into that much debt, you really can't get out of it.
Do you have any other investments, or are you just strictly a lawyer?
I mean, you do law for you to be able to get into other things. So we've had some patents, a coffee cup holder patent. I have some investments, property investment, and then I'm a big believer in cryptocurrency. Utility cryptocurrency, like XLM, XRP. I believe that the cryptocurrency, that it has some kind of a utility to it.
Right.
V-Chain is going to break huge, big in 2024. So that's something that I invested very heavily in. I truly believe in it.
So do you have any real estate or any other aspects of investments or?
Yeah, I do. I own a few parcels.
Few parcels, okay.
But again, I'm a true believer in having some money readily available, cash. So cash meaning in a bank.
Right.
Yeah, I have few real estate investment. You know, I bought a house with my mom, and you know, coming from a immigrant family, you always take care of your parents, and all I have is my mom. So I bought a house for her. So I do have some investments, but again, my biggest investment is my family.
I love
my
that.
wife and my 2 kids are my biggest investments, and so. Whatever I need to do, I do, looking to see how I can further their life, because I'm getting older. I'm going to be 60 next year.
Really? Wow, well, you still look great. How old were you when you made your first million?
I don't know the exact year when I made my first million, when I had $1 million in the bank, but I was in my 20s, probably late 20s.
Late 20s?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I actually made my first million. And then from there on, it's just, you know, money goes and money comes. You do investments and you make mistakes. And anyone who says they never made a mistake in the investment, they're just kidding themselves. Money comes and goes, and eventually you kind of find a happy medium where you say, okay, now this is comfortable.
Yeah.
And, you know, having the laws in my background and having my office and having a great staff, of course, doesn't hurt, because there's always money being generated on a monthly basis where I can do other things.
What would be your advice to somebody who came from another country here to the United States, or somebody who's starting from ground zero? What advice would you have for them to obviously achieve some type of success?
I say people give up right when they're about to succeed. And that's probably the biggest issue that most people have, especially immigrants that come in, are very impatient in making money. So I would say don't give up. Have a goal, set a goal, make sure you're focused on that goal and work at it, and don't give up. And I believe 100% that if you don't give up and you continue doing, and you have a specific goal, not a scattered goal, that you're gonna achieve anything you put your mind to it. You just can't give up, because, you know, it's like the gold miner that gave up a foot before they actually got to the gold.
Yes.
You just got to keep on going and believe in your goal. Once you have a specific goal, believe in your goal and keep on going, and you'll get to it.
I noticed that, you know, there's a sign there that says one of the top lawyers. How do you achieve that level?
I believe that you need to really get to the next level, not be afraid to take chances. And, you know, it's comfortable to do what you do, but to go to the next level, you have to take some chances. You're gonna go to court, you're gonna go to trial, and you're gonna lose.
Right.
You're gonna hit your head on a very big boulder, but it's okay. You learn, and I think not being afraid. Fear is the worst enemy of success, because if you're afraid, you will never succeed. And I think that you need to just not be afraid. Take chances. And if you're gonna fail, that's a learning experience. And I think that's how you would succeed, is just to keep trying new things and different things.
Out of curiosity, how were you able to meet all of these different celebrities?
Being in the entertainment law industry, I have clients that either do a clothing business or have been directly linked to. We've had some rappers that we've represented. So being with them, going to the events, I meet a lot of people. You know, more recently, the entertainment law is more recent. I would say in the like 3 or 4 years. So it's more recent endeavor that I'm doing. So my son, who's going to law school, could come and take over. But that's how I meet most of these celebrities and people I know. Just recently, a couple of weeks ago, I was at Mr. Davis's suite in Raiders. I went to the Raiders. I met the president. We met the players. We met, Mr. Davis in his suite. It was a treat, and it was because, you know, I know Jeff Hamilton, and he actually took me there.
How important is networking for your business? I mean, it sounds like networking is everything, but touch on that a little bit for us.
Yeah, I think networking is everything for any business.
Yeah.
You know, it's who you know, not what you know, in my opinion. You could be the best attorney in the world, but if you're not able to get to know people, you will not be successful. So I think people talk about networking and just don't understand what it means, though. Networking means making sure you surround yourself with a group of people that believe in the same thing you do. It could not be all successful people. It could be people that would help you to, you can help them and they can help you to be successful. And I think that once you have that, your group, that's going to be completely different than anyone else's, I think then you'll succeed because you will help them, they would help you, and you guys will lift each other up. And then you'll have a group of network people that are always resource for each other.
What was the worst advice you received along your career? Or maybe the biggest financial mistake that you made? I mean, because I'm sure you've had some up and downs along your career, and you know, I'm sure not everything has been sunshine and rainbows, right?
Yeah, I invested a lot of money. Somebody came to me and said, oh my God, we can go and sell coal and fuel to all these big companies. And I invested over $1 million in a venture, flew to Dubai 4 times, flew to Malaysia, flew to India 5 times that year. So I was constantly traveling and lost my focus, which was use law to get what you want. And I lost a substantial amount of money. If it's too good to be true, it is. Always, 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 always. If someone comes to you with an idea that's too good to be true, they're lying to you. It takes work, it takes effort, and it takes patience for you to make money, unless if you buy lottery. You got to work, you got to work hard, and you got to put in the time and the effort. And I made a mistake of believing someone saying we can make good money in 1 year, become multimillionaires, and never have to work again. And yeah, I knew it was too good to be true, and I still followed, and I lost a lot of money.
Albert, thank you so much for your time.
So
I really
I
appreciate the interview. I'm sure the audience is going to love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time.
Thank you.